Is your mic strong enough to pick me up?
Moderator ready?
Yep.
Get some of this out of the way. Get the important things over here, like my drink. See if we can get the mic over here. Maybe we are ready for a live stream. All right. What's going on, Dawgpound? Fight for Sounds in the house. P. Adams, Ray Mac's Kitchen and Grill. What's cracking, Ray Mac? How you doing, bro? Bobby Catton in the house, and so is Chipper. How y'all doing? We got Chipper from upstate New York. All right, New York's in the house. Gene, what do you think about New York?
I like New York.
You like New York? What do you like about New York, Gene?
NYC.
KEY?
MOUSC.
MOUSC?
Pizza.
The pizza. That's right, New York. We had a blast in New York.
We did.
We got to go back to New York. It's been a little while. It's been a couple years? 3 years?
2, I think.
Something like that.
COVID kind of makes it all a blur.
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna have to get back over there to New York soon. So, but hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Hanging out with the Dogfather and Jean. The lovely Jean Marie will be our moderator for the day, catching all your questions and popping them up on the screen so the Dogfather can pay attention to you and hopefully won't miss too many questions. Today's been an eventful day, right, Jean? We did some smoked brisket mac and cheese today.
That was good.
Yeah, that's right. We did smoked brisket mac and cheese. We smoked it away on our Louisiana Grill's Kamado cooker there, and it was a fun cook. It was a little spicy. Sorry for all these birds. I mean, the bird. Y'all know, y'all seen in my videos. These birds are so disrespectful. Look at, they're sitting on the top of the roof next door, like they are pretty much watching the show.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but hey, man, hey,
Your audience.
Quiet down over there. Quiet down. I'll put you on the grill. So, but anyway, so no, we did the smoked brisket mac and cheese today on the Kamado cooker today, and we did that with a 3-pepper Kobe Jack. Yeah, well, almost, not all of it, but almost. Yeah. Should we get you on screen, Gene, so the people can see who we're talking to? Let's bring old Gene on into the stream.
Hey, everybody.
Man, that camera is blurry on you over there.
It is blurry. I look blue. Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't have the fancy lighting like you have.
Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Well, you know, we all can't be the star of the show.
Right? Pinky up. Try that again with your pinky up.
Yeah, with the pinky up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, it was a fun cook. 3-pepper Kobe Jack, as well as a blend of regular Kobe Jack cheese and a little cream cheese in there, and a smoked brisket, and it was some good bubbly goodness. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen a couple of the pictures of it. I just posted a little slow motion shot of it bubbling away on the grill, and hopefully we'll get that video out hopefully this week. We got some other things we got to do, and so, you know, we still got to get it edited and everything. But, you know, I figured, hey, we finished on Barbeque Blvd today doing this cook. We might as well get on in here with a live stream, give the people what they want, come hang out with the Dawgpound. So everybody that's here, thank you for showing up today and coming to hang out with the Dogfather and Gene. And let's get back through this. I saw Mike Bowers is in the house. Will Hosman Summers. Love your videos. Hey, there you go, man. Love it. Appreciate you for being in here. Andrew Galt's in the house. Francis, this is going by pretty fast. Francis is in the house. Cars and Q's with Mike, man. Always glad to see you in the house, man. Thank you for popping in. My man, aim him and claim him. James, what's up, barbecue freaks and peeps? And that's his tagline. It's not mine, but hey, James, welcome. Glad to see you in the stream as well. Let's see. Yes, it's Mario. That's right. Mario is in the house. Bob Watson is in the house. Glad to see you guys here hanging out in the chat. And don't forget, if you got any questions, pop it in there as at Jean Marie. She'll get those questions and pop them up on the screen. But other than that, man, I mean, what we got going on, Jean?
We got a couple questions coming in.
Do we already?
Let me skip back to it. Hold on, I just lost it. I had to say hi to James, so here we go.
Mike Bowers, hello from CA. About to do my first brisket. Any advice? Man, brisket is such a phenomenal cut to make. That sense of accomplishment when you make a great brisket. Mike Bowers, brother, all I can tell you is, man, check out the video that I did on that and just follow it. I mean, as long as you get your temperatures and maintain your temperatures as best you can for as long as you possibly can. And you know what? Don't worry about an internal temperature. Go by a feel at the end for your tenderness. You should be all good, man. It's I know that brisket tends to be one of those that people think is a very difficult cut to make, and sometimes it can be. But I think that if you just have your basic principles down as far as maintaining your temperatures and pulling that brisket when it's time, the brisket will let you know when it's time. Go by that tenderness and not by a number that's on your thermometer. I think you'll make that cook as easy as it can possibly be, and I think you'll be floored with the results. But hey, good luck with that first brisket. Hopefully it works out really well for you, and smoke on, man. Thank you for being in here hanging out with the Dawgfather today. Guys, make sure you have your beverage. Today we do have the jug. Little of the jug here. This is kind of a small jug. I don't want to get too, because it'll make you ooh-wee real quick. So we just got a little bit of the jug today. Cheers, everybody in the chat. Cheers. All right. So what you got, Gene? You getting slow on me. Come on. What you got?
Giving you a moment in between. It's already up.
Ray Mac, man, Ray Mac, bro, when we going fishing, man? Me, you, and Phil, we supposed to go fishing, bro. I've been waiting for y'all to come pick me up, man. What's up? What's up, Ray Mac? So, do you have a brisket trimming tutorial video? Ray Mac, I absolutely do. There is one on the channel, but I will tell you, it is basically a really rough cut trimming video, just for somebody that's really probably never trimmed a brisket before, to just get their hands in there and don't be afraid of cutting up that brisket. Now, I will be filming another brisket trimming tutorial coming up, which will be more like what I do on an everyday basis. So be on the lookout for that. And, a while back, we actually did one on a live stream, which I thought was a really good live stream, Gene. I mean, we fielded a ton of questions, and we were on for like 2.5 hours or something. Somehow, I don't know how I did it, but somehow I accidentally deleted it. So sorry about that. But Ray Mac, we will be doing another brisket trimming tutorial, so be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, I do have one on the channel. It is called, I believe, Brisket Trimming 101. So please do check it out, man. And then, guys, you guys are here in the chat. If you don't know about Ray Mac, make sure you go check out Ray Mac's channel. Ray Mac is, man, I'll tell you what, Ray Mac is very entertaining. He gets around in that kitchen, knows what he's doing. And I gotta tell you, the stories that you come up with, man, you and Phil, when you guys are on stream together, man, I tell you what, it's good stuff, man. So Ray Mac, thank you for popping in here, man. Really do appreciate you. Corey Chain, Charmly, sorry about that. Corey, welcome to the stream. Andrew Galt's in the house. The grumpy old gringo is in the house. Thank you for being here. Dale R is in the house. My brother Thyron, TNT Barbecue, is in the house, as well as Josh from the Cooking Cop and Babe. Thank you guys for all being in here. Francis, thank you for being in here. You guys are showing up today. So Bob Watson says, you have made me the best cook in Spokane, Washington. That's what I like to hear, brother. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, my man. Spokane, Washington. You know, I had from a previous life, my ex-in-laws or whatever that live up there in that way. They always said, man, you should come up here to the Northwest and do barbecue because they don't have anything like that up here. Well, now you know what? My man's up there making barbecue and say, hey, you're going to have to get them hit to what that Texas barbecue is all about up there in Spokane, Washington. But thank you for that comment, man. I really do appreciate that. So Corey says, just followed your walkthrough on the ribs on the pellet grill, and they came out wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, Corey, I really do appreciate that, man. And, you know, I'm going to be probably doing some more ribs. Man, I've got a ton of rubs that I've got to get through and check out and all kinds of things. And so I will be doing some more rib cooks coming up. And I'll probably do some more on the pellet grill as well as the Kamado. You know, we've got 2 Kamado cookers here now. We've got our Louisiana Grills Kamado, and we now have the Grilla Grills Kong. So that'll be very interesting to start to, get some of those cooks in the mix. So be on the lookout for that, guys. But we'll definitely be throwing in some more rib cooks. And while I'm on that with Grilla Grills, just so you guys know, this Sunday, 2:00 p.m. Central Time, we'll be on live on the Grilla Grills Facebook page. So if you have a Facebook account, make sure you go check out that Grilla Grills page. 2 p.m. on Sunday, we'll be on doing a live cooking session. And I'm not really sure what Gene, what are we going to cook? Do we have any ideas?
I think you need to try the grits.
No, not going to do that for that. No. So I don't know. Maybe, it's March Madness going on. Maybe we might make some sort of sandwich or something. That's a good food for watching, March Madness, watching basketball games. Maybe we'll make some sort of sandwich. Maybe a pulled beef sandwich or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe a pulled beef sandwich and some baked beans. Maybe that.
Waffle fries.
No, not making any waffle fries. So.
He tells me no.
No. Not making that on a pellet grill or a Kamado, so no. But anyway, moving on. But Sunday, 2:00 p.m. Central, guys. Hopefully you guys can pop in there, come hang out with us. My brother JB's in the house. Barton Barbecue Smoke Works is in the house. Congratulations, brother, on your reserve grand champion this last year cook-off out here in Elgin, Texas. My brother JB is doing things. So, hey. Cheers to my brother JB. Bottoms up. Little jug just for you there, my brother JB. All right. Andrew says, what seasoning do you use? Salt and pepper or something else? Depends on what I'm cooking, Andrew. If I'm making brisket, I prefer salt and pepper. I'm a Central Texas guy, and that's just kind of what I like to do with brisket, but I'll use a lot of different other things. But salt and pepper absolutely is my favorite. I do like to make salt and pepper ribs as well. There's a lot of fantastic rubs out there. I'm not sure if you're looking for something different, store-bought. One that comes to mind, or a few that come to mind, if you're looking for something, is Sucklebuster's SPG is absolutely a phenomenal little rub that you can put on, as well as Uncle Steve shakes. Now Uncle Steve has a ton of different shakes or rubs that you can use on all your different proteins. I would strongly urge you to check out his competition line. He's got the competition pig powder, the competition cow powder, and the competition bird powder. Those 3 are phenomenal, as well as the Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb is absolutely one of my favorites, as well as the sweet and spicier. And I mean, it goes on and on and on. But Gene, if you wouldn't mind, pop in Uncle Steve's link. Go check out Uncle Steve and order some rubs. Tell him the Dogfather sent you, and you just might get something extra in that box. But Uncle Steve's shakes are phenomenal, as well as that Team Sucklebusters. Go check them out. I think you'll like the rubs that they have. But yeah, salt and pepper is my favorite, but I do like to play around with some other things here and there. So absolutely. Samantha Gillis, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, Samantha. So glad you can make it in, hanging out. Samantha says, thank you for suggesting Uncle Steve's shake. The dessert shake was great addition to our cinnamon rolls. Man, there you go. Right on. See how the Dawgpound like jumps in and just has my back when I say something? That's just that's perfect. Man, Samantha, the check is in the mail.
From Uncle Steve.
Yeah, from Uncle Steve. No, but no, that Uncle Steve shake is absolutely phenomenal. And the dessert shake, you're absolutely right. I think we've had it here on ice cream. I thought you put it on something else. I can't remember. Popcorn, yeah. That and the smoke bomb on popcorn.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do want to try putting the dessert shake on ribs. I bet you on pork ribs. I think it's just going to add another level. I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to have to try it.
Too.
It might be. It might be.
And sweet all together at the same time.
Yeah, we might have to try that out. We might have to try that out. But Samantha, thank you very much. And I'm so glad that the Uncle Steve shakes worked out for you. And thank you. Thank you very much. Francis says, I just got a Traeger grill. What do you suggest starting with? Wow, Traeger grill. Let's see. I'm not sure what your favorite proteins are, but I do tell people, I think that starting off with, if you want to do a long cook, I think starting off with something like a pork butt is probably going to be a good cook to start with, because pork butt is so forgiving. You know, if you overcook it, who cares? You can shred it apart, throw it on a bun, and make a sandwich out of it. I think pork butt is a good one to start with. I think also another meat that people often overlook, I think, is chuck roast. Chuck roast is another one that I think is good. You can make that and make that. And that's probably what I'm going to do this Sunday on that Grill of Grills live stream. Is I'll get some chuck roast and probably make some pulled beef sandwiches. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. So definitely chuck roast. A good chuck roast with some good marbling in it will work out really well on your first cook as well. And then, I mean, you can't go wrong with popping some wings on, you know, seasoning up some wings and throwing them on there and getting them nice and crispy. I think all of those are going to be phenomenal choices to go with. But first and foremost, welcome to cooking on that Traeger and hanging out with us and doing what we do. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of that Traeger grill. And can't wait to see what you come up with. So thank you, Francis, for popping in here and asking that question. I appreciate that. Dev says, how do you feel about not wrapping ribs? I don't like the fall off the bone feel. Hey, Dev, absolutely. Fall off the bone is basically overcooked meat. A lot of people think that you're supposed to have ribs that are fall off the bone. And I don't subscribe to that camp at all, because again, to me, that's just overcooked. I think that you can wrap ribs to tenderize them and just don't do them as long so they're not fall off the bone, but you get that nice tender rib. So typically what I do is I might smoke my ribs for anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours at the beginning of that cook, achieve the color that I'm looking for on that rib, and then get it wrapped up in some foil just to break it down and get it tender. Now, you hear people say 2-2-1, 3-2-1, so forth, so on, meaning the first number is however many hours you smoke the ribs, and then the second number is however many hours you have it in a foil pouch to steam. I think 2 hours is too long. So typically I might have it wrapped up for maybe an hour tops. And then I think it's pretty much tender the way I need them to be, so that I get a bite out of that rib and I can bite it and show you the bite mark without ripping all the meat off the bone. It works out really well for me. So what I'll do is probably, like I said, first part, smoke it 1.5 to 2 hours, on the grill, wrap it up for maybe an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, back on the grill for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're ready to go. Now, back to exactly what you asked. What do I think about not wrapping ribs? Absolutely. You can make ribs not wrapped. You absolutely can. Don't be afraid to try it. I think you'll enjoy it. I make a lot of ribs sometimes that are not wrapped at all. I do make ribs on my Santa Maria grill. that don't get wrapped at all, and they're absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, you can absolutely do that. Good luck with that cook, Dev, and let me know how that works out for you. TNT says he's got a weekend cook cooking for 600 people. My man, TNT, Thyron, bro, that's what's up right there, man. You know, that sounds like a lot of fun. I know that you get it cracking on your live streams, man, where you do a lot of cooking. You got a lot of briskets, a lot of ribs, a lot of chicken on. And, man, it's fun to watch you do what you do. And congratulations on that gig, man. And I know you're probably gonna have a little bit of live streaming going on when it happens. So I think we're gonna have to be on the lookout for you this weekend, man. And maybe we can catch up with you when you're doing that cook. But man, thank you, bro, for being in here and hanging out with us as always. And good luck with that cook, man. Looking forward to see what you do, man. So Chipper says, I've done a few different birds with Creole butter injections with the Uncle Steve's comp bird powder. Do you have any other preferences? Man, I tell you what, that comp bird is absolutely a good rub to use. The Suckle Busters. No, I'll take that back. Not Suckle Busters. It's Two Gringos. The Two Gringos Chupacabra Cluckalicious. That stuff is really good on some yard bird. That's right. I call it that yard bird. You know, get that little lean to them. Yeah, that little barnyard pimp. No, that the Two Gringos Chupacabra Cluckalicious is really good on chicken. So if you haven't tried that, I would absolutely say maybe give that one a shot. I think you'll like that. You hit it on the head with Uncle Steve with the competition bird powder is really good on there. Also, his spicier and sweet and spicier rubs are absolutely phenomenal on chicken as well. So I think you might want to check those out too. But yeah, the Cluckalicious, I know I used that for a while, and it's just really good. So definitely give that one a try. Frag Daddy, what's going on, brother Jared? Jared's in the house as well as my man Kent. How you guys doing? Welcome, coming to hang out with us. I really do appreciate that. Let me see here. My man Ronald Jones. What's going on, Ronald Jones? How you doing, bro? Thank you again for your service and your contribution to our country, man. I really do appreciate it. And man, love you, bro. Can't wait for you to come back and hang out again. I didn't get to see what his comment was, Gene. You took it off the screen too fast. He says, the man, the myth, the legend, the Dawgfather and his queen, Gene. Greetings from Japan. Stay safe. Hey, bro. Back at you, man. Hopefully you and the family are staying safe over there in Japan and doing what you do, man. Thank you for popping in here and hanging out, bro. Really do appreciate that. All right, Samantha Gillis says about the pig powder. It smells so good. Cannot wait to use it. Absolutely. And you know what, guys? Don't be afraid. Taste these rubs right out of the bottle. See what they taste like. Sometimes don't think that if it tastes really overpowering in one flavor or another, straight out of the bottle, that it's going to be that way on your protein, because it does cook down quite a bit. And some of these with Uncle Steve's as well, you start off with it at the beginning, you kind of want to hit it back at the end, just because it cooks out that flavor. And, hey, put it on at the beginning, put it on at the end, fortify those flavors, and have fun with it. But absolutely, that pig powder smells. So I tell you what, Samantha, if you haven't tried this one, make sure you get the smoke bomb from Uncle Steve. That stuff, you crack open that bottle and that aroma of smoke hits you, man. I'm telling you, it's some good stuff. And as Gene said earlier, it's absolutely phenomenal on some popcorn of all things. Because I don't know about you guys, but in this household, popcorn is a food group. Okay, I don't care what anybody tells you. Popcorn is a food group, and it's just that much better with some smoke bomb on it. Just saying. So, Jean Marie.
Yep.
What's up, Jean Marie?
I'm getting questions from fans through texts.
You getting
literally?
You're getting questions. So what did you get? Here. What did you get through text?
So basically, asking about, they're trying to think of Father's Day gifts.
Father's
So
Day
what would be
gifts.
something that would be a cool Father's Day gift to kind of, which would lend into birthday gifts.
For
What
birthday
would be a
gifts.
great birthday gift for the dog father?
For the dog
For
father.
the dog father, since that is coming up.
Well, man, the
And
dog.
it's a moderate, you know.
The dog
it's a
father
good
has
year.
the dog father has been blessed. I've got a great group of people here to chime in the chat, watch the videos, hang out with me. I've got a phenomenal wife who allows me to do this on a regular basis. I've got some great sponsors that, you know, get some great gear around me. What else can I really ask for? You know, other than a backline smoker, but hey, it's on the way. So
A 500 for the cost of a 200.
I gotta find some place to put it first.
That's true.
So no, so the question, if I heard you correctly, is what are some great Father's Day gift ideas for the weekend warrior pitmaster out there? Well, let's see. I will always say, you know, just having a great instant read thermometer. The ThermoPro series, which I do have on my Amazon page. If you go to my link tree in the chat, you know, or I'm sorry, in the description box, you'll see a link that goes to my link tree, and all of my different affiliate links are on there. And if you go check out, there's a ThermoPro link as well as an Amazon link. Both of those you can go and find the ThermoPro. I have the TP19 in there, and then I've got another TP20. I can't remember the model number right now, but I've got a couple of ThermoPros in there that are really inexpensive. We're talking $20, you know, that work really well, which I think is a must for, you know, when you're grilling and you're getting that protein, you know, that poultry on, or if you're cooking a steak and you're trying to get that nice medium rare and you want to get that targeted temperature correctly. I think a good instant read thermometer is a must have and a great gift idea. Another is a good apron.
Yeah.
You know, a good apron that's nice and sturdy. I have a couple, you know, I've got a denim one that works really well, and I have one that's got some leather and buckles and stuff on it, and it works really well. But I will tell you this, something that I didn't think about is that thing does get kind of heavy.
It does.
You know, it does get kind of heavy, and you know, when you're wearing it for hours and hours, you start to feel the strain on your neck a little bit. You know, so that's just something to keep in mind. But I think a good apron will do you well. Another one is some really good gloves. You know, I think my man Alfredo over there at Magnet Chef has come up with some phenomenal gloves that you've seen in the video. If you've watched my video for you know, smoking brisket for beginners, I use these gloves in that video, and they worked out phenomenally. So I think those are some really good gloves to have to help you, you know, to manipulate the meat around on your grill, and you know, protect your hands while you're doing it. You know, so I think those are some really good gift ideas to kind of start off with. And I mean, you can just go from there. But those are kind of the things that I think. I think another one that I have to throw in there as a must-have is a good spray bottle. I do have that in my Amazon page as well on that link, and get you a good spray bottle for moisturizing your meats when you're smoking brisket, smoking pork butt, smoking ribs, so forth and so on. So definitely, I think those are some great ideas for the weekend griller out there for Father's Day. So that's what I think. I'm not going to go with, you know, the tie. You know, people want to get their dad the tie for Father's Day, but I will say this. You know what is trending?
What?
Socks.
They are
Barbecue socks. You know.
Well, silly socks.
Yeah, it's
Silly
like the really the most outrageous, the most outlandish, the silliest, just socks, barbecue socks. I was gonna say it. I was gonna say some Dr. Seuss socks. We don't want to get canceled, do we? No, we shouldn't say that.
No, we shouldn't say that. The family is doing that.
Yeah.
Not being canceled.
No, but you know, I'm just saying that there's just these really outrageous looking socks that are out there. Yeah. You know,
are they in your Amazon store, or should we look?
No, I can put some in there.
There you go.
I don't have them in there, but I can put some in there. But Absolutely. You know, there's kind of the craze going around in the barbecue world where people are getting like really crazy, outlandish looking socks. You know, so those are the things that I would say if you want to text all that back to whoever
Well,
texted.
she just commented so that I could throw it on the screen.
Oh, is that from Andrew?
It's from Anna.
Oh, okay. That's right. Okay, gotcha.
It's Anna.
So Mama Galt here. Any gift ideas for Father's Day? I need a compilation. There you go, Anna. Hopefully you caught that. And yeah, we're talking instant read thermometers. We're talking the ThermoPro series, which are really inexpensive. I mean, you can go out there and go get you some of the other thermometers, which I've got that are really high dollar, $100 or even more. But yeah, you can go with the ThermoPro, which is like $20. Those work out really well. Get you a good apron, some Magna Chef gloves. And again, there's a link down there. If you go to my link tree, you will absolutely see the affiliate links to go to these different sites and obtain these different items if you want. But the Magna Chef gloves are phenomenal, as well as the orange spray bottle that I have in my Amazon page. They all work out really well, and they're all items that I pretty much use on a regular basis that I think will work well for any weekend griller out there that, you know, kind of wants to start moving to the next level of their addiction, you know? So, you know,
wait, are we pushers? Addictions? Are we pushers?
Yeah, you know, barbecue is an addiction. Okay. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's kind of like golf. You know, you start playing golf, and the next thing you know, you're buying this club and you're buying that club, and then you get this golf bag and these golf shoes, and now you're at the golf course every, you know, whatever, and then you start to get into barbecue. It's the same thing. Now you got this grill, and you got this accessory, and you get this utensil. Then you wait a minute. There's rubs. There's a million rubs. I got to get that rub. Well, this rub looks good, so I got to get that rub. And the next thing you know, you've got cabinets full of rubs, and you got to have your friends come over and clean out your cabinets and take stuff because you got too much stuff in there. So hey, it's a great addiction, though. Your neighbors will love you for it.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. Jeff, what's going on? Does too much add a bad flavor to food, in your opinion? You know, it's funny you mentioned that there, Jeff, because I've been guilty of that sometimes, of over seasoning my meat. And then I have to rely on the taste buds of Jean Marie, you know? So, yeah, I do think sometimes that you can put too much on, and it does take away. So I think the principle that I try to go for now, I'm not trying to have you taste this rub. I want you to taste the protein. You know, if I'm making some ribs, I don't want you to taste just, you know, whatever rub I'm using. I want it to accompany the meat. I want it to accent the meat. Okay. So yeah, sometimes you can put too much of that stuff on there. And so you kind of want to back off. Do a light dusting and you know, check it out, see how that works for you. And if it doesn't seem like it's enough rub, maybe the next time add just a little bit more. Maybe start to pay attention and kind of jot down what you've done on a cook, especially if you're still trying to feel your way through it and find out what your method or technique is. Maybe you should take notes as to how much rub you're putting on something, and you know, get to taste it and find out if it's not enough or if it's too much. And then that gives you a baseline to work with that you can go either way. So, but yeah, I do absolutely think that too much can absolutely take over your cook and maybe not give you the results you're looking for.
So I'm going to steer you a little bit.
Sure.
Because I did not see that he had a first part to that question. So I threw the second part to you. So the first part of his question is actually asking about smoke.
Oh, for smoke. Yeah. Can you over smoke a chicken by smoking 6 hours? Really? Wow. I can honestly say I've never, ever smoked chicken for that long. I'm not telling you it's wrong. I'm not telling you don't do it. Obviously, if that's something that you want to try and go, you know, to work out, go for it and let me know how it works out for you. But this is what I will say. For me, chicken is one of those things that I can't do low and slow like that and make it palatable to me. I have to do that chicken a little higher heat, and I do it a little shorter cook because I'm trying to render out the fat. Now, here's the thing. Chicken can be a very delicate protein. So I do think that if you over smoke it, I do think that it can become bitter. It can become it has that creosote, that I don't know if creosote is really the right word for that. I think what you use is you like to say when something has been over smoked, it has an antiseptic type flavor to it. And I do see that can happen with chicken. Now, the biggest thing with that, with going low and slow on chicken, is just rubbery skin. Nobody wants rubbery skin. And if you do, God bless you. But rubbery skin to me is one of those things that I absolutely do not want on my poultry, whether it's turkey or chicken or whatever. And so I do use a higher temperature. Now, if I'm trying to get a little bit more smoke flavor into it, what I might do is start off on a lower temperature, say, 225, 250, and then finish it at 350 plus. And that tends to work out better for me to get some of that fat out of that skin, and may not get super crispy, but it will become bite through to where that works for me. So, but 6 hours just seems like a really kind of a long time for me for chicken. But hey, I mean, I know my man JB is in here, and Kent and some of these other guys that are competition cooks. And I know competition cooks, they go faster and all of this and that and the other. But I know that JB is an absolute beast on cooking anyway, and so maybe he might be able to chime in on this as far as that amount of time for cooking chicken. But to me, that just seems like a bit of a long time. Yeah, absolutely, JB, absolutely. It absolutely seems like a bit of a long time there. And I think it's going to be kind of rubbery, so.
It's so delicate. I mean, what wood would you use? Because it would have to be something so delicate that it wouldn't just overpower the.
Yeah, because I think if you're doing that with a mesquite or hickory or oak, pecan, I think it's going to overpower it. I think maybe if you're doing, maybe if you use apple or alder, as the planes go by, but apple or alder or something like that, maybe a little bit more delicate. But I still think with 6 hours, that's probably a bit long. So I don't think I would probably, I don't think I would advise going that long. I'll put it that way. But you know what? My man might know something that we don't know and educate us, and bring something new to the table. So hopefully that helped out. Let's see. Chipper, can I send you a couple of rubs that are local made for you to try? Chipper, absolutely. Absolutely. On the on my homepage, on the YouTube homepage, if you go to the About tab, you'll see the address and everything in there. You can send it to that address, and and I'll get it, and just make sure you put your information in there or what have you. And man, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Chipper. And yeah, I'll check it out, man. See what you got. Edwin Barrios, what's going on? Doing any cooking this weekend? That's right, Edwin. Absolutely. We will be doing some cooking this weekend. We're going to be live on the Grilla Grills Facebook page on this Sunday at 2:00 p.m. Central. If you are looking for something to check out, pop on in there and check us out. We'll be on there. And I think we just decided this, didn't we, Gene? That we're probably going to do pulled beef.
But I'm going to figure out a way to get waffle fries into that. They may come in from the kitchen mysteriously.
Yeah, they might. So yeah, Edwin, we're going to be on there doing a live cooking session on the Grilla Grills Facebook page. I'm leaning towards doing some sort of sandwich or something. It's March Madness going on, basketball tournaments. We're sitting out, hanging out, watching games, drinking, and a good sandwich just sounds pretty good. So maybe we'll do some sort of pulled beef sandwich or brisket sandwich or something. We'll see. But anyway, 2:00 p.m. Central this Sunday. Grilla Grill's Facebook page. Pop on in and come hang out with us. Come say hey. Come hang out.
So I got a twofer from Daddy Dutch.
Daddy Dutch. Oh, that's my man Kent. Kent, my man is, Kent, man, I've seen what's been going on, and I know Gene's got you in the doghouse. I've been seeing it, Kent, and it's all good. That just means she cares for you. You family, if she just ignored you, that means she don't care for you. So welcome to the family, Kent. All right, let's see. TDSM. My son and I smoked a corned beef brisket a few days ago. It was amazing. Absolutely. And it's funny you mentioned that. We've got our Samantha, I think, is the one that was on this when I said this, last week. But we've got our brisket brining away. It's been in there now 8 days. So we got one we're going to pull out, and we're probably going to put it on maybe Thursday, right? You think?
Yeah.
Thursday?
Well, I said Thursday, and I think you thought that was too far.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should put it on tomorrow, but I don't know. We might put it on. You know what? This is what I have a great idea. Because I'm not making a video with this, guys. I'm making pastrami, okay? I'm not making a video with this one. This is the first time I've ever done pastrami. And I figured I just want to play around with it and see what it's like. Maybe we like pastrami, maybe we don't. I don't really know. We're going to find out real quick once we make it. But you know what? Maybe we'll do a live stream and put it on.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe tomorrow or Thursday. We might put it on and see what happens. Maybe we'll do the live stream when we're about to pull it off. Or maybe once we've pulled it off and let it rest and we're about to cut it and taste it.
Get it live and say,
yeah.
This is not for me.
Yeah, this is not for me. I don't like pastrami. I don't know if I like pastrami or not. I can't remember if I've ever had pastrami.
I've had it before. I think it was unremarkable.
It was unremarkable. Wait, is that you setting it up so that if the dog father makes something you don't like, you can say, well,
I like almost everything you make.
Yeah, almost. Except chicken fried steak.
But that's coming.
Oh, it is what it is. But no, we absolutely do. Like I said, we've got a brisket that's on brine now for 8 days that we're making pastrami with, and we will be getting that done here pretty soon. So that'll be a lot of fun. So absolutely, but definitely have fun with that corned beef. So Gene, before we continue on, do you know the difference? Sorry about that, guys, as I plug in my phone because it's about to die on me. But do you know the difference, Gene, between corned beef and pastrami?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. What is it?
One is boiled and one is smoked.
There you go. Look at that. You actually did listen to me. That's right. So if you guys hadn't heard that, smoked or corned beef is basically it's brisket. Same, whether it's pastrami or corned beef, it's brisket. You brine it just the same, and then you pull it out and you boil it if you're making corned beef, and you smoke it if you're making pastrami. It is what it is. Ella Fayette, what's a good rub for chicken? I think we hit on that a little while ago. Cluckalicious, 2 Gringos, Chupacabra. Cluckalicious is a good one, as well as Uncle Steve's competition bird powder. Does soaking your logs for a stick burner destroy the smoke flavor? I absolutely will never, ever, 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 ever soak wood to go in my pit. The key to making great barbecue is maintaining your fires and maintaining a good clean smoke, a good clean burn. You're not going to get that soaking wood. That's not going to happen. So you actually want that wood burning. You don't even want to see the smoke coming out of the smokestack. You want it to be nice and perfectly clear, or as clear as you can possibly get it. That's not going to happen with wet wood. Okay, so no, I don't ever smoke wood splits to go on my offset or anything like that, and I would not recommend it. Now, with that said, if that's just something that you want to do and that's the way you roll, go for it. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm just telling you that I don't do that. I want to maintain a good, solid burn. a good clean burn, and a good solid coal bed to maintain my temperatures. And for me, soaking wood ain't gonna get it for me. So no, I wouldn't recommend it, but hey, go for it if that's what you prefer to do. What's up, Diplo? Diplo in the house. Welcome to the stream. You're so quiet, Gene.
I'm just listening.
You're so quiet.
I'm listening.
Mario, do you think there's a big difference cooking a brisket at 225 or 275? Absolutely. A lot of time.
It's how much you want to sleep that night.
Yeah, right. No, 225 is, a lot of people like to go that super, low, slow, long, whatever. I'm not that person. I like 275. 275 is a good solid temperature for me. I can get a brisket done relatively quickly, as briskets go. So 275 works out really well for me. 225 is just a little too low for me. The only time now I will say this. Whenever I use my Ultra Q, which is a fan system and all that I've got for my Kamado cooker, I can actually set that thing up, put it on 225 degrees, and let it go for a good, 10, 12 hours. And then get up in the morning and decide, so if we're going to have, brisket for breakfast, I might put it on at 8 o'clock at night, let it run overnight until 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, come out, the brisket sitting at about 170, 175 degrees, maybe in the middle of the stall or on the end of the stall, wrap that brisket up, kick the temperature up to 300 degrees, and we're eating brisket in, 2 hours or whatever. So I'm not going to tell you that 225 is not going to be a working temperature, but for the complete cook, 275 tends to work out a little better for me than a lower 225. So it's all a preference thing, though. Yeah, absolutely. Sleeper Barbecue. And that name sounds a little not familiar to me. So, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming to hang out. But yeah, wet wood is smoldering wood, which is a dirty burn. For those of you guys that don't know what a dirty burn is, dirty burn means you've got that thick white smoke coming out of your smoke box and out of your chimney, your smokestack, and that's what you're bathing your food in, and if you ever go to the best way I can explain is this way. If you ever go to a barbecue restaurant and you eat barbecue and you think when you're biting and you're eating it and you're thinking, man, this has, that smoke flavor and, whatever. But then you start to burp up food, burp up that smoke, whatever, for the next day or two. That's a dirty burn. That means that wood was not burning clean. It was smoldering a lot throughout the cook. And that thick white smoke is what's been put onto your food and you're eating it. What does that thick white smoke produce? Well, it produces stuff called creosote. Well, what is creosote? You know what creosote is, Gene?
Mm-mm.
So if you ever see somebody's barbecue pit and they
stuff.
open the lid and it's got all these black flakes and stuff hanging from the lid, and that's creosote. That's all this stuff that's building up from this smoke being deposited on all these surfaces. And that's the stuff that's not very good. You don't really want to eat that stuff. So that's why we always try to preach a good, clean burn for as long as you possibly can throughout that cook process. You don't want that thick white stuff. And smoldering wood is conducive to a dirty burn. So absolutely.
Give me just a second. I lost where I'm in.
All right, come on, moderator. Come on, moderator.
I'll come back to it.
Let's see. TDSM says, what wood would you use? We use hickory. Depends on what I'm cooking. Hickory's a good wood. Hickory's great on chicken, great on pork. Sometimes I do a blend, which might be oak, hickory, and pecan. My favorite wood to use if I'm using just a single wood is post oak, Central Texas thing. But no, all of those woods work well. So yeah, hickory's a good wood to cook with as well. Small Town Smokers is in the house. What's cracking? What's going on? Let's see. My man says Weber 26-inch or a PK 360. I'm on the fence. Man, I can tell you this. I have not cooked on either one of those. The PK, excuse me, the PK absolutely intrigues me. But then I bought the M Grill's M16, and so they're kind of, kind of the same thing. Built a little different, but I mean, they operate kind of the same way. 26-inch Weber looks pretty cool, but I mean, a Weber's a Weber, Man, it's a preference. I don't think you can go wrong with either one, to be honest with you. I know that the PKs were all the craze on the SCA for a while, the Steak Cooking Association, for you guys that don't know about that, where they do the steak cooking competitions. And it seems like, man, the PK was just, man, everybody had a PK or wanted a PK. So again, I think it's a great little grill to use. 26-inch Weber kettle. I've seen people cook on them and they look like a blast too. I guess it just depends on how much space you have. If you got a lot of space, go with the 26. If you want a little tighter footprint, go with the PK. Again, I don't think you'd be disappointed either way. My man JB says, where is my man Fed? Fed is probably working today.
Is he fired?
Yeah, stick around, JB. You never know, because Fed, he does get fired pretty often, from the channel. I think he gets fired probably when we get together on a live stream. He probably gets fired 3 or 4 times a live stream. So, but my man Fed is absolutely hanging around. He'll be here Sunday when we do the live stream cook for Grilla Grills. As you know, Federico is my official photographer for the Dawgpound Barbeque YouTube channel, so he will be here on this Sunday, manning the camera. But JB, I'll absolutely tell him you said what's up. Chipper says I try to aim for a clear blue smoke. Is that too much? No, man, not at all. You want that thin blue smoke. And guys, don't misunderstand me here. If you get a thick white smoke that's starting to roll, the key is you don't want it doing it very long. Okay. If it's something that's out of control, by all means, open up that cooking chamber and burp that stuff out. Let it out of the pit and get that burn going before you close it up and get going again. Will you extend the life of your cook? Yeah, you're probably going to extend it, but you want that quality anyway. So it's okay. Now, I've had it before where, I'll put a wood split on or whatever, and it's kind of coming along and it's smoldering a little bit, and it might smolder for a few minutes before it catches and goes. That I'm not concerned about. That's not going to be what gives you that dirty, burning taste stuff. But when you have that thick white smoke going for longevity during your cook is when this is going to be a big problem. And as I mentioned, putting that wood on and having it take a while, that goes into your fire management and how to maintain and being able to preheat that wood split so that when you do put it on, it goes up like that and you don't have that smoldering, which we'll get into. I've been holding off on doing some offset cooks because I'm waiting for my next offset cooker to get here, which is being made by my man Ryan Newland over there at Backline Smokers, and he's making us a 250 on a trailer. And so once I get that 250 on a trailer, we'll get back into doing some more offset cooks, and we'll go through how to maintain. We'll go from the beginning to the end, guys. I'm gonna have to season up that pit and the whole nine, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. And we'll do a whole series out of it, but we will get into doing the offset cooks, and hopefully we'll be able to do more offset cooks as we go forward and not just pellet smokers and Kamados. So there you go. Dale R is in the house. What's going on, Dale? What's cracking? Welcome to the live stream. Is there a difference in barbecue smoking between the colors of craft butcher papers other than the color? Is there a difference in barbecue smoking between the color? I don't think so. I mean, I've never used craft butcher paper. I order my butcher paper on Amazon. It's just a regular whatever. I don't even know what brand it is, to be honest with you. I've seen people say that they swear by the peach colored, which happens to be what I use. But the peach or pink colored butcher paper. I've used peach. Used the pink. I've used white butcher paper. I use them all. I didn't really tell a difference as far as the quality of the food or anything like that. So I don't think it matters, to be honest with you. But I do happen to use a pink colored butcher paper. Not necessarily a craft brand, but it does work out well for me. Will Hodgman Summers, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. And I think that's a new name for me. So, hey, absolutely welcome to the live stream. Which grill is your favorite? All right. Will, let me ask you this. Do you have kids? Do you? Yeah, maybe. No. All right. That would be the equivalent of me asking you which kid is your favorite. That's how serious it is over here on Barbeque Blvd. We've got a lot of cookers over here, man. I don't know if I can tell you this one's my favorite. I love all my cookers. I love cooking on all of them. I do use some more than others, mainly because some of these the cookers are sponsored, cookers, and I do some of the things on them because they are sponsor obligations that I have to take care of. But I like cooking on all my grills, whether I'm on my Lone Star, Santa Maria or Offset, or my M Grills M16, the Weber kettle, the pit barrel cooker, the Louisiana grill. I mean, all of these grills and pits that I use are absolutely great cookers. I love them. So yeah, I don't know if I can tell you that one's my absolute favorite. I like to cook on them all. I don't think I even have one that is my least favorite. I don't think I have any. Well, yeah, okay.
Look out into the grass.
That's to the yard, and what do we have over there? We have a UDS. Yeah.
Fun.
Huh?
It was fun.
Yeah.
For one time.
UDS cooking is just not my thing, I mean, they work well. They work absolutely well. Let me adjust this light down a little bit here. Whoops, wrong dial. But no, the UDS is not really my favorite style of cooking, but I did build one, and I do have it, and it is what it is. Oh, so Devin Thomas says, how many folks have sous vide a brisket before? Not me. That I don't know. I don't know if I would. What's the purpose? I mean, what's honestly, what would be the purpose of sous vide a brisket? How though? I mean, and maybe this is my ignorance with sous vide because I've only done sous vide a few times. I mean, we have a sous vide and we've done plenty of steaks with it, but we're talking steaks that are done at what 125 to 130 degrees. Brisket ain't that. You know what I mean? Brisket.
What if you smoked your brisket and then put it in the sous vide after you hit that window, after you hit that smoke window?
Well, but think about that for a second. Even if you're doing that, okay, brisket, in order for you to break down the connective tissues in brisket, you're still over 200 degrees in most cases. I've had a few rare briskets that are done 198-ish, but you're really taking that brisket to an upper temperature to break down the connective tissues. Yeah, you're rendering fat and all of this stuff, but you still have to break down the connective tissues in that brisket to make it tender, is my point. Okay. Now, I don't even remember on the sous vide. Does the sous vide, can you cook a sous vide brisket to 205, 210 degrees? I don't really remember if it goes that high, to be honest with you. But in just the way that I'm thinking and the way that I cook, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if that would really. I know it can be done because I've seen. I think Guga did it. I think Guga did a brisket, but you have it in a sous vide for like what 2 days or something, yeah. And then you put it on to smoke it or use your sous vide flame or whatever to char it a little. I don't know. It's not really my style of cooking, like that. So I don't even know if I'd even try that, but. Dude, I'd be interested in checking it out, see if somebody does it. All right, let's see. YS640 Yoder Smoker adaptive control system with Wi-Fi. A little more money, but this is the best for a backyard smoker. I have a Yoder YS640. I don't have the Wi-Fi on there. I don't think I need it, to be honest with you. I thought about putting it on there just because I could, but I didn't do it. You know, I have Wi-Fi controllers on the Black Label 1200. I don't really use it. So I'm not going to say it's the best. That's your opinion, though. And hey, you're more than welcome to it. But I think there's a million different ways to skin a cat. We all just got to find that one that works for us. I know I shouldn't say skin a cat, right? What should I say? Okay, there's a million ways to make par. You just got to find one. Okay. Did that work? Okay. Brett, welcome to the live stream, hanging out with us here on Barbeque Blvd. Leslie says, love the dog father. Your voice is smooth as a... Oh, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Oh, man, that's so cool. Hey, look at that. Cheers to Bobby Cadden for becoming a member of the Dawgpound and the Dog Father's YouTube channel. Thank you, Bobby Cadden. I really do appreciate that. Sleeper barbecue. With paper being the topic, I just purchased a butcher paper dispenser. There you go. Tabletop roll holder. It came with deli paper. Could have used it to wrap with. I actually have one of those. That I have the same thing. I have it in my Amazon store, as a matter of fact, too. I think I have a 24-inch roll of butcher paper.
You mean that thing that we store the paper on top of?
The what?
That we store the paper on top of?
Yeah, that you store the paper on top of.
I think you go through it so fast that there's no point in putting it on that.
Yeah, but it's, you know, but what's really good about that thing is that you can just rip it and go, rip it and go, and it works out really well. So I think it'll work out really well for you, and I think you'll appreciate it. Let me see. It came with a white deli paper. Could I use it to wrap? Yes, absolutely. And I was just mentioning that a little earlier. A while back, I think I was at Sam's. I was at, and I bought some butcher paper from them, and it was white butcher paper. It wasn't the pink stuff. It was the white stuff, and I used it for the longest time. Now, what I will say about it, it absolutely did the job. It worked out really well. But it didn't absorb the tallow, the rendered beef fat, as well as the pink paper does.
I was thinking, aren't they waxed?
No, it's not waxed. No. It's just a really thin paper.
Okay.
You know, and so that stuff kind of runs through it, if that makes sense. Okay. Whereas the pink stuff, it allows your beef to breathe a little bit better, and give you a little. Hopefully, you guys aren't hearing my neighbors' kids back there having a good time and all that. So
it's better than the birds.
Yeah, better than the birds. But anyway, so the pink stuff would actually kind of retain those juices, the rendered fat a little bit better, while also allowing your brisket to breathe a little bit better to maintain a better bark than, say, foil. So I mean, yeah, you can absolutely use the white butcher paper. I've absolutely used it before. So I don't think it's one of those where, oh my God, I can't use this paper. You can absolutely use that paper. Don't let it go to waste. I will say this though, if you do prefer to use the pink paper over the white paper and you don't know what to do with the white paper, it is excellent for starting your charcoal chimneys. You know, tear some of that off of there and twist it up, stick it under that charcoal chimney and light it. And if you really want it to last a little bit longer, you rip that paper off, twist it up, hit it with some spray oil, put it under that chimney, light it, and you got basically like a little Roman candle type thing going on to get your charcoal lit. So absolutely does work. Now, let's see. My man JB says, I'm not saying anything, but I was at Backline Sunday and a new certain was big piece. JB, I know, man. He sent me a picture. He cut the doors out. At least that's the last picture I saw of it. I know I won't see a whole lot of it, and I wouldn't have it any other way because my man Ryan is such a genius with doing the things that he does with his creations. You know, each and every pit that he makes, it just keeps getting better and better and better. And And so I can't wait. I'm a little antsy, but like I said, I know that his genius gets better, and so it's just going to be a much better pick when I do get it. So as a fellow backline smoker guy over there, man, I see that competition pit that you do your battles on, and that thing has done you a phenomenal job, and it's probably paid for itself or close to by now with the success that you have. I mean, the cooker takes you so far, but the cook is the guy that does just about everything. And JB is absolutely a phenomenal cook.
And the wife who brings it.
For a second. Hopefully we didn't buffer too long there, but absolutely JB is the cook that's doing what he does out there in the pit, and Mary is coming with those phenomenal drinks. Absolutely. What you got, Gene? Felipe says, I smoked 2 briskets on my brand new Old Country Wrangler offset smoker. Congratulations on that. When old country is, I've had my fair share of Old Country pits, so congratulations on that. Both came out really well, except the bark on the bottom of one was burnt. My temp was at 240. How do I fix this problem? Well, Felipe, what you might want to do, and I would the birds are back. Felipe, what I would recommend you do, and this is for anybody out there that is starting up with a new smoker. You got to find your hot spots, man. The easiest way to find your hot spots and the cheapest way to find your hot spots. Go to the grocery store and get you a cheap can or two of biscuits. Basically pop those cans of biscuits open. You place those biscuits throughout your pit in various places and run your smoker. And then you look at these biscuits and which ones are burnt and which ones aren't. If the ones that are burnt, that's where you got a hot spot at. And so that might be where you might not want to let that meat reside for a long time without some sort of protection. Whether it be a foil pan underneath or whatever you deem is going to be necessary to even out that temperature in that spot. But identify where your hot spots are, identify where your sweet spots are, and then just basically rotate your meats around so that they all get some fun time in that spot or in the sweet spot, and try not to reside in the hot spots too much if you can help it. So that's what I would recommend. Daddy Dutch, sous vide in the vacuum seal bags is the best way to heat any barbecue. Absolutely. Can't before, which I guess this is probably, maybe this is the ghetto way of doing sous vide. I used to do that where before I even knew what sous vide was. And, I'd have barbecue in vacuum seal bags or in Ziploc bags or what have you, and just put them in a pot of water, hot water, or boiling water or whatever, and kind of cut it off, and then put the stuff in there and let it warm up, and absolutely, Kent, you're absolutely right. Raph says, man, I bought a 14-pound, $120 brisket, and it came out so dry. I messed up so bad. So here's the thing. Raph, here's the thing. 14 pounds at $120 does seem kind of high. But more importantly, what grade was it? Was it a select? Was it a choice? Was it a prime? With that, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of different variables, involved as to what got from point A to point B. But hey, the biggest key about it all is this: who cares? You ruined the brisket. Learn from it. Make sure we look at what we did, what we liked about the cook, what we didn't like about the cook, because I don't think that every cook is a complete failure from A to Z. I think there's probably a lot of aspects of the cook that was done properly, but then something may have happened that just ruined it, from that point on. But the key is, as long as we are learning from each and every cook, we're going to be fine and we're going to get there, So whatever you did that may have caused that, we just have to make sure we kind of identify it and we move forward and learn from it. That's all there is to it. So guys, just so you know, we have been on here for a little over an hour, and I just lost my moderator. My moderator had to go run an errand, And so it's me flying solo here for just a little bit. So please forgive me if I happen to miss questions or what have you. I'm going to try and make this one-man show become a multitasker. Wait, let me take a little swig and see if we can multitask and make this stream continue to happen. Let's see here. All right, my man, Raining Tacos. Why, brother, wasting good brisket on sous vide? Ribbon in the wheel is good. Hey, you know what? So the thing is this, man, I always tell people, I'm never going to tell you don't try this or don't try that. Somebody's got to be the first one to try something, so going out there and try. And if it works out well for you, then you know what? Hey, maybe we might try it at some point. That brother might be on to something that we just ain't ready for yet. You never know. Yeah, never know. All right. So, let's see here. My man Stan Dustin, I want to keep the tempo of the final brisket at like 130 or so. Well, there you go. 130 on brisket. I don't know. So Stan says, I was thinking of smoking, then sous vide for a day, then torch for a bark sear. I don't know, man. That sounds interesting. I guess we'd have to see what happens there, man. I don't know. It's sous vide. I mean, even with steak, man, for me, sous vide is just not the way. Yeah, it absolutely makes a very tender steak and all of that. But I find that I miss that smoke flavor. I miss that reverse. My thing is I love reverse searing steaks, and so I kind of miss that when I do a sous vide. But if I don't have the time sometimes and I'm just doing something that's going to be pan seared in the kitchen, sous vide works out well, and I'll tend to make a bunch of steaks at one time and sous vide them and just have them ready to go. So all I have to do is just pan sear them to finish them off. And that does work out really well. So let's see. Felipe says, would a baffle plate or a tuning plate help with the hot spots in my smoker? So baffle plates or tuning plates is supposed to help even out the across the cooking chamber. Now, one thing you have to worry about with tuning plates is that sometimes they do heat up and they can provide a little bit more heat underneath than what you might want. One thing that I would say that you might want to try is if you're cooking a brisket and you're having a problem with it underneath getting a little bit charred or crispy, maybe flip that brisket over and start to cook it with fat cap down and let that fat protect your meat from the heat. And that might help you in the long run. Maybe try that. If you don't have the space underneath it to put a water pan or something, maybe try flipping that brisket over and letting that fat be that barrier to help you out. Maybe that might work out. So we'll see. My man is in the house. Clarence Joseph, my man Papa Joe. What's going on, my brother? Always glad to see my man Clarence Joseph pop on into the live stream. That man right there, when you talk about a competition cook that knows what he's doing, Clarence Joseph is the man. Clarence, welcome to the live stream, my man. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I saw that Clarence, you just got reserve grand champion at your last barbecue cook, your competition. Oh, congratulations, brother, with that cook. And I saw the video that my man James did and hanging out with all of you guys, man. And pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff there. So let's see. Let me keep going here and see. Oh, I think I'm already at the bottom of the chat here. Let's see. Triple Threat. Triple Threat says, have you ever smoked a picanha? Now, here's the thing. I have not smoked a picanha. Yes, I have done it on a rotisserie. Picanhas are just a phenomenal cut. When done right, are just so tender and just so flavorful. I will be honest with you. Every time that I've cooked picanha, I've done it on the grill. More times than not, I've done it rotisserie. Sometimes I've actually sliced it and then just kind of grilled it. But every time that I've made picanha, I've never put anything on it except for pink Himalayan salt. And that works out really good for me. If you guys are not familiar with picanha, it's basically the delicacy from Brazil. And you go to your Brazilian steak houses, and that is basically their what do they call that? The signature meat for Brazil or whatever. And don't quote me on that. I think that's what I remember it being. But anyway, I know whenever we go to the Brazilian steakhouses, you have your filet mignon and your this and that and the other. But this stuff here, the picanha, hands down my favorite there. Absolutely. I think I have a couple of Snake River Farms picanhas in the freezer. I might have to cook at some point. So we'll see. But absolutely. Raining Tacos. Do you have a favorite turkey rub? I'm smoking a couple of breasts, sometimes a tenderloin. We instead of buying processed lunch meat, absolutely. So here's the thing, whenever I do, and this is going to sound so simple, it's ridiculous. When I do that, because I do the very same thing that you're talking about doing. I have a supplier that I get my turkey breasts from, where they're already pre-brined, so I literally don't have to do anything to them except thaw them out because they are frozen. I'll thaw them out, put some rub on them, slap them on the pit. That's it. Now, when I do that, here's two things that I'll use. Well, three things that I'll use that I know are Old Faithful. I can always use. I know they're going to be great, and my customers love it. I can use the Fiesta brand Uncle Chris's steak seasoning. Yes, steak seasoning. I put the Uncle Chris steak seasoning on, a light dusting of it. I use the Chupacabra Cluckalicious, and then the 16 mesh black pepper, ground black pepper, and they love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. And it works out really well. Now, I have also done, instead of using the Cluckalicious in that combination, I've substituted with Uncle Steve's competition Yardbird. Worked out great. Absolutely great. So I try to keep it nice and simple, with that. But with that, what really works well is getting the spray butter. And instead of misting the turkey breast with, say, the apple cider vinegar and, whatever the normal whatever's, use the spray butter, like the I can't believe it's not butter type thing. Yeah. Put that stuff on there, and it basically gives that turkey breast just a really good sheen, a great color. Absolutely works phenomenal on ribs as well. And it's just a really good overall visual presentation. So absolutely, that's what I like to use. So try it out. Absolutely try it out. So anyway, guys, I think I'm here at the bottom of the chat. I absolutely am. I know we've been going here for an hour and 17, almost hour and 18 minutes here, guys. And I know some other guys are probably going to want to be getting on here. I just wanted to pop on tonight, kind of hang out with you guys and maybe hang out, answer some questions. Have a little drink here, get your drink on, get your jug on, things of that nature. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic week so far. Again, we will be doing a live stream cook this Sunday at 2:00 p.m. Central on the Grill of Grills Facebook page. Stay tuned. Make sure you have your notifications on for this channel, because at some point I am going to pull this pastrami out, pull this brisket out. We're going to put it on the pit. We're going to get it smoked. We're going to get it sliced, and we're going to check it out. And maybe we'll bring you guys along for that first time of me ever tasting pastrami that I remember. So that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys can hang out with me and check that process out. I promise you that I will be doing a video on that at some point, but it's just not going to be for this one. Again, next video that's going to be coming out here on the channel is going to be for a smoked brisket mac and cheese, which we just filmed today using our Louisiana Grills Kamado cooker, along with that B&B oak lump charcoal, guys. So that was a great cook today. It was very tasty stuff. So you guys have been at me about trying to get some more side dishes put into the rotation here. And so again, last week we did our easy cheesy smoked scallop potatoes, and this week was our smoked brisket mac and cheese. What shall we do next week? Who knows? We'll see. But guys, thank you for coming to hang out with me here on this Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully you all have recovered from the time change and are having a phenomenal week. So, you guys, thanks for hanging out. I will see you in the next live stream or video. Dogfather's out. Peace.